Well, for more, let's speak to Joshua Landis. He's director of the Centre for Middle East Studies at the University of Oklahoma. Joins us from Norman City via Skype. Great to have you with us again, Joshua. First of all, let's address this issue of this huge number of people killed by barrel bombs in Aleppo. Why do you think the government is using this kind of weapon when it kills so many people indiscriminately?
Well, it's the cheapest weapon they have, and they've run out of other things to do. So they're manufacturing these very inexpensively. But of course, they're not smart bombs. They're not guided. This is more like World War II in the bombing of Dresden or Hiroshima, where the point is to destroy the morale of the opposition and to kill as many people as you can in order to break their will and get them to cave in. And now many of these refugees, Aleppo is 2/3 depopulated today, and many of those refugees flee into Turkey. And of course, Turkey is helping the rebels, and this is a way to punish Turkey as well as to punish the rebels and show civilians, as your reporter, I think, very correctly said, that anybody who lives with these rebels is going to have their homes destroyed and their lives ruined.
But is it working? Is it destroying the rebels' morale?
I think it is. It's destroying the morale of the Syrians. And I think that for the time being, many of the countries around, we just heard President Obama say that he does not want to get involved in this fight. And that's good news for Bashar al-Assad. He's running these elections, and I think he's made a lot of Syrians fearful that if they don't embrace him, if they don't elect him, they're going to live a life of fear and abject, poverty. We've just heard the UN report saying that over half Syrians live in poverty today, many of them in severe poverty. And nobody's employed. The country's economy has collapsed. And this is, the question remains, how long can this go along?
But even as the rebels are on the back foot, we hear of them planning this major assault on Idlib city. How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, the rebels are, I think, hard put because they're being hurt very badly in the suburbs, in the Ghouta suburbs of Damascus. They've just been kicked out of Homs. The Kalamoun area all along the Lebanese border has been closed. That we last heard of a big Der'a offensive, a spring offensive from Der'a, which never materialized, in part because Saudi Arabia and the United States have not helped the rebels as much as they thought. And this is the heartland. Idlib is the heartland of rebel resistance. And so if they cannot get a victory in Idlib, it'll be very difficult for them. And I think this is what they're trying to do, is to show that they're still on the offensive, that they can still hurt the regime badly, and that the war goes on.
Okay, Joshua Landis, it's always good to speak to you and get your views on the ongoing situation there in Syria. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for asking me.